Hello, my friends. It's Miss Heather. I'm here today to read you a story. The title of the book I'm reading today is The Bakery Dragon. It's a very cute story. I'm so excited to share it with you. But before we start, we're going to talk about our story elements. There are 5 elements to every story. There's character, setting, plot, conflict, and resolution. So today we're just going to talk about character and setting. A character is a person, animal, creature, or object that plays an important role in the plot. The setting of the story is where and when the story takes place. Here's our cover. Their story is called The Bakery Dragon by Devin L. Kurtz. Here's our first page. This is an illustration. It looks like some gold and watches and other things that are made of gold. Here's our title page, and it shows us a little bit of what this book might be about. I see some dragons flying. Looks like they're holding different things. And right above the title, I see our little dragon that I think is our main character. There's nothing a dragon loves more than gold, and Ember the dragon was no exception. Ember wished he had treasure of his own to guard. Hey, get off my hoard! How'd you get all this gold anyway? Come see for yourself. Blaze's method did seem quite effective. So Ember found some stray villagers and puffed the biggest, scariest flame he could muster. Unfortunately, it was a very small flame. How adorable! Don't feed it, or it will never leave you alone. At dusk, the other dragons flew back home with their spoils. Ember didn't want to follow empty-handed. Just then, Ember spied a glimmer of gold in the foggy village. He raced toward it, hope kindling in his heart, but it was only a street lamp. He wandered the darkening streets, drawn toward a golden glow from around the corner. Oh, what does he see? But it was only a window. Ember's feet were too heavy to take him any farther. He curled up in the blanket of warm light and fell asleep. Oh no, he's sleeping on the ground in the rain. That's a little bit sad. But as he slept, a raging storm blew into town. You'd better come in or you'll be washed off the mountain. Oh, this nice lady let him inside. He must have been so cold and wet. Look, he's leaving puddles on the floor. You can wait out the storm in my bakery. Villagers didn't usually like dragons on account of all the theft. But this one seemed different. Why don't you come give me a hand? Wash first. Oh, she's having him wash his hands before he helps her. What is she going to teach him? Push with your whole body. You got it. What is she making? Ember's big hands may have been too clumsy for a gold thief, but they were perfectly suited for this. Even his tiny flame sufficed to light the wood stove. Sufficed is just a fancy word. It means it worked really well to light the wood stove. Ember watched, full of wonder, as the gooey blobs of dough transformed like magic into shining gold. Ember didn't know you could make gold. This tray is for you. Oh, and he's flying away. She gave him some bread to take home. Back home, curled atop his toasty golden hoard, Ember felt a pang of sadness. He missed the bakery. But when he closed his eyes, it smelled like he hadn't left. It smelled tasty, too. The baker's gold was like nothing he'd ever tasted before. It was buttery and rich, crunchy yet soft. It was glorious. Soon, the delectable smell drew visitors. "Can we have a taste of your gold, Ember?" "Just one bite each." Unfortunately, Ember did not account for the size of their bites. "I'll give you 10 gold coins if you bring back more." "I'll give you 100. I'll give anything." Their pleading gave him an idea. "My customers aren't fond of you and your friends. You've done an awful lot of stealing." And then he opens up the bag. It's full of gold. And she says, "On second thought, come right in." And all the dragons come into the bakery. Ember shows them that they need to wash their hands first. It's very important. And he shows them how to make the dough. And put in the ingredients and stretch it out. You let it rest. And you make the loaves. And so now everyone knows how to make their own gold. There's nothing a dragon loves more than gold. But as it turns out, baking gold is better than taking it. And sharing is best of all. Look at the whole town is sharing together. It's so nice. This is our page from the back of the book, so that our art at the beginning of the book was gold coins and other things that were made of metal gold. And then once the dragons learned how to bake their bread, now they think of bread as gold. So the back page is all different loaves of bread and pastries. It looks delicious. And then this is just the image from the back of the book. That's the back door where Ember met the baker. That was a very nice book. Did you guys like it? Awesome. Now let's talk about character and setting. What were the characters in the book? We met most of them in the beginning, right? So let's take a look. We met Ember, the little baby dragon. We met the other dragons in his little dragon community. We met some of the townsfolk. And we met the baker that saved him from the storm. So those, we can call those our characters. Ember, the baker, the other dragons, and the townsfolk. Those are our characters. What is our setting? Well, our setting is the town, right, where the baker lives. And then our setting is also where the dragons live. It looks like they fly to their little dragon cave on the mountain, and then they fly to the town. So our story has two settings: the mountain where the dragons live, and then the town where the people live. But by the end, they all come together and they just enjoy each other's company. So there you have it. There's our character and our setting. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did, my friends, and I'll see you next time.